What is up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Order 66 Collections. Today, guys, we are back with another Hot Toys figure preview video, and today, guys, we are finally doing a Star Wars character. I obviously have not been too active when it comes to Star Wars content, and I will always apologize to you guys about that. I promise you that there is a lot of Star Wars Hot Toys unboxings coming up in the near future, so just stay patient. For all of my Star Wars fans, stay patient. There's a reason I named this channel Order 66, and that's because I am as big of a Star Wars fan as you guys will ever find. And so finally we get to make a video about a Star Wars figure, and honestly, guys, I could not be more shocked with the release that Hot Toys has provided. They have decided to release a Han Solo figure from Return of the Jedi, and again, as a Star Wars fan, I could not be more psyched about this. Even though my favorite character is still Vader, and I'm Vader, Anakin, all day long, I'm still a fan of Han Solo. I like his character. I like the way he is. I like how confident and how cocky he can be at times. So definitely excited about this. I'm glad that Hot Toys has decided to release Han Solo. So we're gonna definitely be doing a preview about him today. I'll try to be as quick as I possibly can be. I've noticed that my previous preview videos have been a little bit too long, and I do want to apologize about that. I tend to talk too much, right? So I am so sorry about that. It's just I like explaining myself to the best of my abilities. I felt like the Joker, my previous video, the Joker was way too long, so I deeply apologize about that. So I'll try to make it as short as I possibly can be with this guy. So let's go ahead and get started on it. So again, he is available for pre-order on Sideshow Collectibles, which is where we get in the images from. As I always like to say, I do not claim any ownership of these images. I am just getting them from the website Sideshow Collectibles, which is where I purchased the figure. This guy is up for pre-order, and he is expected to be shipped in between early to mid 2025. So again, as I mentioned before, so this guy is from Return of the Jedi. As you guys can see by the code, his code and the rest of the outfit, this is from Return of the Jedi. Pretty much just kind of looking really quick about the details that it comes with. So obviously we get a detailed likeness to Harrison Ford as Han Solo. It is a newly developed head sculpt with separate rolling eyeballs. I'm glad to know that they're doing the separate rolling eyeballs with every single figure. So that's something that I am really appreciative of. I do believe that the rolling eyes do make a big difference with the figure. Obviously the height 30 centimeters tall, which is pretty average. He does come with 7 pieces of interchangeable hands. He comes with his coat, of course, his white color v-neck, navy blue colored vest, the dark black color belt with a communicator, a brown color belt with a blaster holster, a pair of color pants and boots, also his blaster pistol, a diorama accessory with bushes and things like that, and pretty much a designed figure stand with the Star Wars logo and character nameplate, which we'll of course review with the images. And speaking of images, let's go ahead and get started with the images. So we get again Han Solo. I'm really psyched to finally get a Han Solo figure. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if Hot Toys released one previously. I would assume they did, but obviously this is a newly released Han Solo figure. This is supposed to be a pretty detailed outlook to him based on the movie. So my first thoughts about him: the figure looks really good. I love how the vest and how the costume looks on him. My only concern, really quick to start off, are his boots, and I'll just give you guys an example. So for example, to me, I have Vader from Sideshow Collectibles. He has similar boots, and with time the boots seem to kind of get damaged from the sides, from this part right here. So I hope the same thing doesn't happen to this guy once he does arrive. Other than that, everything else looks really good. Taking a look more at some of the other images that Sideshow included. So again, 2 styles of looks, obviously with the code or without the code. Me personally, I'm probably going to include him without the code because he is this way for most of the movie. But again, to each his own. I think each individual looks great on this guy, so I don't think that would be an issue at all. I think it's just a matter of preference. We take a closer look here at the base. So looking at just some of the additional images, I don't think we're really going to get a close look to the base itself. So it pretty much seems to kind of have this type of environmental type of I guess look to it. I see some branches, some leaves, rocks, a little bit of dirt, things like that. So that's, what it comes with, and I have no issues with that. The only thing is that the base does look too small for me. So again, this guy is really not one that we're going to post to like a stretch level, because obviously he is not a character with power. So we're not going to put him on a flying position, jumping position, fighting position. I mean, pretty much this is as much as his legs will stretch out. So I guess it might not be needed, but still I want to feel comfortable when it comes to posting the figure. So I feel like the base could have been a little bit wider, but that's just my personal opinion. Obviously he's going to come with his regular Star Wars nameplate and Han Solo at the bottom, so no surprises there. Taking a look here at this is now the outfit without the code. It looks really, really good. It looks exactly as it is in the movie. Now, one thing that I did notice, obviously with the code, it does come with this kind of camouflage type of coloring. There is dirt applications to it. That's a good thing. Now, the question is, should it have come also with the actual outfit itself, like the pants, the shirt, or things like that? I don't think so. I really don't remember the character having his outfit really dirtied out. So I don't mind them not applying those dirt applications onto the rest of his clothes. So I'm okay with that, me personally. Taking a look here more at some of the images, the belts look really, really detailed. I love how they look. Again, it comes with two. One, which is pretty much his normal belt attached to his pants. The other one is where he carries his weapons and his pistol. The face sculpt, I'll touch that a little bit later on in the video. So as you guys can see, here are some images taking a closer look at his face sculpt, and I'll go ahead and let you guys know what my thoughts are on that. But just taking a look at some of the images, I think this guy looks great. His skin texture on his hands, and again the face, which we'll talk about later, it looks awesome. Everything about this guy looks great. There's not really much that we can add to him. Again, as far as his accessories, I mean, we can include his pistol that obviously he has right here. What else? I guess pretty much his code. But that's about it, right? There's not really too much that we can add to this guy. But still, either way, this guy is one to have because he is an important character, especially in the original trilogy. So, I mean, to me, grab him. Why not? I mean, he is a newly released Han Solo. I mean, are we ever going to get another Han Solo? I doubt it. I mean, I'm already shocked that we got one in the first place. So I wouldn't expect another one in the near future. So to me, no question, you must grab this guy if you are a Star Wars fan. So, but again, as I mentioned before, there's not really too many accessories that this guy can come with. Here he is again with his pistol, right? Which to me is no doubt one that must have when it comes to posing the guy. I think at this point, it's just up to you guys how you want to pose him, what position you want to pose the guy. But again, I would leave that up to you guys. But pretty much we can just go over all of his images. Again, there's not really much to change. I'm sorry, not much to view, right? Again, as I mentioned before, it is going to be up to you guys if you want to include the code or not. So let me go ahead and get to his face sculpt, which is what I wanted to touch on. So first and foremost, the actual face itself, it's awesome. It's fantastic. It looks exactly as Harrison Ford. The skin texture is so amazing. His eyes look fantastic. There's this type of glossy type of, setting to the skin texture that makes this figure look so awesome, and I love the face sculpt itself. So the face sculpt looks fantastic. Again, skin texture looks great. It looks like Harrison Ford. No issues there whatsoever. But then we get to the hairpiece, and to me, the hairpiece, it's just not it. Now again, the style, it is the same. Obviously he has his hair to the sides, it's a little bit long, but to me, I feel like the hair is too thick in my personal opinion and too long. And again, that's just me, right? Maybe I'm watching this guy wrong. I'm watching this guy badly, compared to his actual appearance in the movie. But I did go ahead and go back and see some images of him and some clips on YouTube. And again, the hair is just not, it doesn't fit with me. To me, it just doesn't look like Harrison Ford's hair during the movie. Again, the style is the same, but it just feels like the hair's too thick in my personal opinion. I think that's what's wrong with it. But definitely not what he had during the movie. It just looks weird on him, so to me that's kind of a miss. Now the good thing, and I always like to mention this on all of my preview videos, this is just a prototype. This is not the final result, so we can hope that, you know, within the next year and a half, while this guy gets prepared, the hairpiece can get changed and get, you know, more natural as it is in the movie. But yeah, to me, they definitely missed the hair here on the first prototype that they released. But that would probably be the only issue that I have with the figure. Other than that, everything else looks fantastic. The skin texture, as I mentioned, is really, really good. Obviously, it comes with rolling eyeballs, so that's great as well. As you guys can see here, I mean, it just gives the character much more of a natural pose with those rolling eyeballs, so that's always a great thing. Now, the question is, how are those rolling eyeballs going to be turned? See, me personally, I'm thinking that this is going to work like the Green Goblin. So for those of you guys who have the Green Goblin, obviously it comes with a Willem Dafoe / Norman Osborn face sculpt, and as you guys know, you guys can remove the back part of the hairpiece to change those eyeball positions. I would assume it's going to be the same thing with this guy. We're either going to be able to remove the back part or the whole the whole hairpiece on its own. That's probably why the hair looks a little bit weird, because the fact that it's going to be removable. That's just my thinking. But still, I feel like they can do better with this. I feel like with time, while they get these figures prepared, they can do a much better job of getting this guy with a much more natural hair position to the face sculpt. But again, back to the rolling eyeballs, I would assume that they're going to be functioning that way, just like with the Green Goblin Norman Osborn figure. So just more images of him. Again, as I mentioned before, it looks really good. Happy that they released this guy. I want to add more details, but I really can't. This thing does not really come with a lot of things, and that's okay. I really don't think that they can include a lot. Me personally, honestly, and this is just my thinking, maybe I'm asking Hot Toys for too much, but I would have personally, since Han Solo is a figure that doesn't really come with a lot of accessories, and it's a guy that we're really not going to get a lot, I personally would have released like a 2-piece figure set with either Ham and Leia, or Ham and Chewbacca, one of the two. Right, to me, that would have been the better idea in my personal opinion. So that way, this would have been more of an attraction. Again, for me, it is already, because it's a Star Wars figure. Obviously, I'm a collector, so I'm going to collect as many figures as I possibly can. And again, big fan of Han Solo, so I'm going to already collect this guy no matter what. But I feel like for other people who are debating, if they want to purchase this guy, I think that adding maybe a second figure to like a figure set would have been fantastic with either Chewbacca or Leia. But again, as I always say, just my personal opinion, right? Last image would pretty much just be the two styles of look. Again, either with the coat or without the coat. It is completely up to you guys. The newly sculpted hands with natural details. So as I had mentioned before with the face sculpt, and I'm going to go ahead and say this with the hands, the skin texture is absolutely flawless. It is absolutely amazing. I love the skin texture, and I gotta give Hot Toys a lot of props. They've been doing a great job with their newly released figures as far as the skin texture, whether it's the face, hands, or other parts of the body like shoulders and things like that. They've been doing such a fantastic job, and I love the hands. As you guys can see, the veins, the stretch marks on the skin, they all look fantastic. And then also the natural positions on the hands are amazing. So that's a really big positive by Hot Toys, and it's something that I'm really happy that they're doing with these figures. So you guys will not see me complain about the skin texture or the hand pieces. They all look fantastic. But if you guys watch my Joker preview video, I had mentioned what a fantastic idea it was that they did not just do actual hands, but they did the whole hand with the wrist and forearm, so that way it connects to the figure better and there's no seam line. This is a perfect opportunity that Hot Toys could have taken advantage of to get that idea going. Instead of just hand pieces, how about do just the hand with the whole, wrist and forearm, so that way it connects to the figure and there are no seam lines. So that would have been a perfect opportunity in my personal opinion, especially with this guy who has a coat to him, and a long sleeve shirt. But unfortunately, that's not something that they have done, and they probably will never do it again. So just pretty much the last image, it's going to be the figure with all of its details. So this is pretty much going to be the end of the video. So again, the base, which looks really good. It does come with a waist type of grabber that connects to the figure around it. The belts, the hand pieces, the pistol, the skin texture is amazing. The head sculpt, as I mentioned before, it's great except for the hair piece. So excited about the figure. Doesn't come with a lot, but that's okay. Again, I'm still happy that they finally released a Han Solo, which was very shocking. Hopefully they can start releasing other figures from Star Wars movies that haven't been released in a while. To me, I feel like we need a new Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith, or maybe from Attack of the Clones, since we're getting an Anakin as well. Maybe a new Palpatine. So many figures that I can think of, right, that I wish they would re-release, but we'll see, right? For now, I'm happy that they did Han Solo. So this is pretty much going to be it for the preview video. Before I do end the video, I do want to thank you guys as always for the continued support. Thank you so much for watching my videos, for liking and supporting the channel. If it is the first time that you are watching me, as I always say, welcome to my channel. Happy to have you along. Feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so that you stay updated with my upcoming videos. I do want to apologize. Over the last couple of days, I have not been doing any unboxings. I will be honest with you guys, I have nothing coming up, but over the next days, I will be receiving a new figure. So as I always say, hit the notifications bell so that way you know when that video will be dropping of the new unboxing. At the same time, also, I will be including my Instagram and TikTok on the description of the video, so that way you guys can add me, so that way you guys can, stay updated with what I'll be posting, and I'm sorry, and that way you guys can watch all of my updates on my channel. So again, guys, this is going to be it for the video. Want to thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will see you next time.